Good morning. This is StayTunedSandusky.com live. I'm Matt Westerhold, editor, publisher, reporter with StayTunedSandusky.com. I wanted to give you a morning update, a Monday morning update. There's a lot happening this week. The Fred Rear sentencing is later this morning, and we'll be coming to you live from the Huron County Common Pleas Courthouse, where Fred Rear is expected to be sentenced. I calculated that he could be sentenced to up to 20 years, convicted of involuntary manslaughter, 2 counts of tampering with evidence, and gross abuse of a corpse. I think that's all of the counts. He could face up to 20 years in prison. He could face less than that. Judge James Conway will be sentencing Fred Rear, 42, after 9 a.m. today, and we'll be live. We'll give you we'll be first with the news for you, our readers. There are key questions that probably won't be answered today, but that need to be answered with regard to the Amanda Dean homicide. She was murdered. Fred Rear pleaded out to involuntary manslaughter, but he did not deny what prosecutors had accused him of, which was of brutally murdering Amanda Dean, dismembering her body, and destroying all evidence by burning it. The day Amanda was killed, her family went to Sheriff Todd Corbin and said, "We fear that Fred Rear has killed Amanda, and we want you to search this property." But Sheriff Corbin refused to search the property and actually refused for more than 5.5 years to even look for Amanda, even though she had disappeared. She was gone, never seen again alive. But Sheriff Corbin, for some reason, kept insisting she was still alive. He contends that he spoke with a director of a women's shelter who assured him that Amanda was safe and alive, but that she did not want to see her family. Well, that might have been plausible initially, but weeks, months, years later, Amanda hadn't seen her 4 sons. It was no longer plausible. So the big question is, why did the sheriff refuse to even interview Fred Rear after Amanda Dean's family told him that they feared Fred Rear had killed her? And as it turns out, they were exactly right. And if the sheriff had pursued that investigation like he should have, the family would have been spared 8.5 years waiting for this day of sentencing. So that's one of the big questions that hasn't been answered. The lead investigator, Sheriff Corbin's cousin, Shannon Lyons, was he quit the police force earlier this year, the sheriff's office. He was the detective sergeant who led the Amanda Dean investigation, and he also led the Douglas Rear investigation. Douglas Rear Sr. was discovered dead in his bedroom 500 feet from where Amanda was killed 4 years later. And Fred Rear was one of the last people to have seen him alive. We don't know if Fred Rear is a suspect. We have no indication that Fred Rear is a suspect in any wrongdoing related to Douglas Rear Sr.'s death. But that's another question that needs to be answered. We've been requesting public records. The public records we've received from the sheriff's office, paint a not so good picture of incompetence in investigating. Incompetence shown by Detective Shannon Lyons, who was on paid suspension for 2 years while he was being investigated for different things that the sheriff has not disclosed. Now, why the prosecutor, James Sitterly, allows the sheriff to flout the open records laws and the Public Records Act, I don't know. That's another question that should be answered. We're waiting for 911 recordings of when Douglas Rear Sr.'s body was discovered, crime scene photos, recorded phone calls, and phone records. So we put up the pressure. It remains to be seen how we pursue this, but the sheriff's office needs to comply with these public records requests. So that's one story to watch this week, and you can only find news coverage to the in-depth news coverage at staytunedsandusky.com. We hope you'll support us by subscribing today. It costs nothing to subscribe, but supporting local journalism, if you are able to become a paid subscriber, we ask that you do that. It's important. Your support is important so that we can continue this work, exposing the truth without fear or favor. StayTunedSandusky.com. Hit the subscribe button if you could, if you will. Also, this week here in schools, I'm trying to, again, another public records case where we're trying to get a number of records from the Huron School District. There are four different Title IX investigations that the school district conducted, I think without any disclosure previously that these investigations had been conducted. So we've asked for all four of those investigations, which were cited in the most recent investigation, the Brody report, which the school district contracted, but they won't disclose, what they paid for this report. It's a troubling report. That's another story we're watching. We expect developments this week at StayTunedSandusky.com. We're also looking into the death of Paul Suslin. And this relates back to Fred Rear. Paul Suslin in Florida in 2020. He was a business associate of Fred Rear's who died in 2020. We haven't confirmed it, but we believe it was ruled a suicide, or at least that is the information at different social media posts. But we haven't confirmed it with the Florida law enforcement agency who investigated his death. So if it is a suicide, it would be the second suicide that Fred Rear was closely involved with the decedents, both of them. It might have been the last person to see both of them alive. So we're looking into that as well. We got a whole bunch of other news coverage on our horizon. We appreciate your support. If you're not already a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. It's free. And if you are able, please consider becoming a paid subscriber at StayTunedSandusky.com, your best source for local news without fear or favor. I'm Matt Westerhold. Have a good week.